Hello LDA, this is Kyle and Mike Ryan here to do a deck profile on one of Mike's decks. Mike, what deck do you have for us today?
Today for you, I have Ghostricks.
Ooh, alright, let's get started. What are we doing first?
First thing I'm doing is the monsters. There are 19 of these little guys, and the first one is the most important, Ghostrick Jiangshi.
They're upside down.
She's
Ghostrick Jiangshi.
Yeah. Ghostrick Jiangshi. She's a level 3 searcher, and she, as I said, she's basically the searcher for this deck. You flip her face up, and for whatever level Ghostricks you have on the field, she searches one out of the deck for you.
Chaozu! Nemo Chaozu!
Key cards. So that's that.
Warning, I might call these guys by the names I hate.
Yeah. Next we have 3 Lantern. He is basically Battle Fader. So any attack declared, you set him from your hand and the attack is stopped.
Sweet, it's Jackass, because he's a jack-o'-lantern.
He's more like Jackfrost from hand.
Yes, but I call him.
Next we have Specter. Whenever Ghostrick is destroyed, this level 1 here will give you... He will give you 1 card and an extra monster on the field. He's basically your guy that says, have all the free advantage you want.
That is a terrifying face. I hate this face. That's why I want to burn 17 of these things.
Exactly.
I'm missing 3 more. I need 1 more place, and I will be burning them.
Why 17?
It's actually not 17. It's like 3 pages. 3 pages.
Okay, so that's our 3 of.
27. Next
we have 2 Mary. She is, when a Ghostrick is destroyed and you take life point damage, you can special summon any Ghostrick from your deck.
Okay.
I don't run 3 because it's kind of cloggy, because you have to take the life point damage, and ideally you won't be. So.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want to take life points.
Yeah.
That's how you leave.
Yeah. Even though Yu-Gi-Oh! Life points aren't important, this
not true.
Yeah. Next we have 2 Stein. He is a 1600 beater, level 3, and his effect is he searches out any Ghostrick Spell or Trap card from your deck. We'll be getting to those in a moment. But he winds up being really important.
Which is why you should be running 3.
2.
3.
I run 2 because it's a level 3 beater. You have to search him out with Jiangshi. It works better with 2.
Oh, hi Jimmy. I forgot you were here.
Okay. Then we have 2 Ghoul. Running 2 as for the same reason that I run 2 as Stein, because you almost have to search him. You don't really draw him all that much. But his effect is he's an attack booster. He gains the combined attack of all face-up Ghostricks on the field.
Sirocco.
I actually would probably side in a 3rd one for a mirror match, though.
He's a Sirocco.
Yeah.
For people that don't know new shit.
Yep. Next we have 2 Jackfrost.
Jackass.
He's another level 1, and he is also kind of a battle fader, but he goes off of direct attacks, and he sets the card that's attacking.
So, okay.
And the reason I run 2 is because Lantern is just all around better, and also I kind of need the slots.
I see people playing Jackfrost in multiple different decks, so...
Chaos.
Well, yeah, because it's a direct attack.
Okay, it doesn't involve Ghostricks. Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's a generic card.
Okay.
Okay, last 2 monsters here, they're both 1-ofs, Witch and Doll.
Bitch?
Witch.
And bitch. That's what I call it.
This one is basically a Book of Moon that you normal summon her most generally, and then you set something of your opponent's so that you can use the field spell to attack over. We'll get to the field spell in a second. And then we have Doll here. She is kind of a Jiangshi. She's a level 2 kind of a Jiangshi. She goes, at the end phase, she's kind of a combo between Jiangshi and Book of Eclipse. She flips up all of the cards on the field into face-up defense position, and then anything that's and then anything that's a ghost trick, it counts it, and then you get to add up to a ghost trick of level up to the number of ghost tricks revealed. Her effect's kind of funky. You gotta have a lot of advantage to use it. That's why I like having one. Plus, she opens up the level 2 exceeds.
Edit in some music in the background. Funky music. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's funky. Little funky. Boom, boom, boom.
Now, spells. First is the field card I've been telling you so much about, Ghostrick Mansion. This is the key, one of the key cards for the deck. It basically says that you have to attack over face downs to a direct attack, but then the person controlling the field card takes half damage from everything that isn't a ghost trick. So that of course means the opponent, but as well. But it would be so most people wind up taking full damage from me and half damage to me.
That's about the trick.
Yep.
That's my deck binder.
And this is basically the card that makes Ghostricks annoying.
Yes, it is. Other than jackass and asshole.
Well, those are one-ofs, and those are...
Oh, I'm talking about,
Oh, whoop-de-doo, I stopped 5 attacks.
Lantern and Specter. I don't like Specter.
Yeah.
Mansion.
Next, another key card of the deck. That's why there's 3 of them. Swords of Concealing Light. This, in conjunction with the field card, is basically the win condition of Ghost Tricks. You basically set everything your opponent controls and then attack for full damage. And these are 2 turns at a time, so if your opponent fills their field and you get that out on them, it's over for them. Okay. Then we got 2 pot, added draw power, no special summons. Pot. You guys know what Pot of Duality is by now. I run 2 because 3 is just too much for this deck.
We support the use of Pot of Duality.
You don't go for the pot when you can get Jiangshi. Pot's there to get into Jiangshi. That's why it's there. 2 Book of Life because out of 19 monsters, like 10 of them are zombies. So.
Zombie spamming.
Plus, the move can play your opponent's graveyard is awesome. 1 Book of Moon. Ooh, you guys all know what that does. And
I don't know what it does. Can you explain to me what it does, please?
Book of Moon. Flip
I'm
one.
A noob.
Flip one monster face down on the field. Quick play spell. Mostly used to stop attacks in this deck.
Hi, my name's Kyle Lamont and I'm a troll. Hi. I'm also a
Yes,
llama.
Kyle, we know. Okay, traps. Best trap in the entire deck right here, Ghostrick Scare.
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's your
You flip up all your face down Ghost Tricks, which, if you're playing the deck correctly, should be 2 or 3 at least, and then you can flip down that many of your opponent's monsters. This card saves your butt a number of times every duel.
Alright.
Every duel. And then in the same vein of saving your own butt, Ghostrick Vanish. You reveal 1 Ghost Trick in your hand, which is mostly going to be a level 1 because those are all your hand traps. And then it basically says you can't touch anything that's a monster in face down defense position or a Ghost Trick card. Not monster. So your field card's safe. The trap itself is safe.
You son of a...
This card,
Hey,
just
look,
general
man.
defense.
No, it doesn't have Spectre. Never mind.
Who needs Lantern? You have Vanish. So
Spells are
Man.
faster than traps.
And then Mirror Force, because I'd say Mirror Force over Tigor for this deck in particular, because Tigor, even though it's chainable, Ghost Tricks literally have nothing else to get anything off the field.
What about Deep Prism?
I don't.
Fair enough.
It's just Deep Prison, you're banishing one thing. This, they're generally not expecting a Mirror Force because everyone does Gun Tigor now. So it's kind of unexpected, and it's really it's the only thing I have to get rid of everything at once.
Mirror Force is for getting rid of their advantage while keeping your advantage. That's what Ghostricks need, whereas Deep Prison is to get rid of problem cards like hands, BLS, etc., etc. That's why Deep Prison's kind of more of a side card.
Yeah.
In this deck it would be, but mainly in other meta decks people would run Deep Prison over Mirror Force, I'd say.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry for the roller coaster there.
And then last two cards are Fiendish Chains. I'm actually probably going to be changing these for memory losses very soon, because Fiendish Chain is continuous. It has to stay on the field to keep its effect, and if the monster it's targeting goes, then it's completely useless to you and clogs up your back row. Whereas memory loss just says, when an effect is activated, flip me to defense position and negate my effect permanently, and it's a 1-up trap.
Okay.
So it's just an all-around better card than Fiendish Chain.
Now, how many cards are in the deck, and how many spells and traps were there?
There are 40 cards in the deck. I believe 11 spells and 10 traps. I'm going to count that real quick just to
I think so,
double check.
just so there's like 19 monsters.
Yeah, 19 monsters. 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 11 spells, and that leaves 3, 6, 9. Yeah, and 10 traps.
Alright. Let's move on to your extra deck.
Yep.
Side deck's not that much of important, because this
Yeah, I don't even have a side besides one Ghostrick Go Round, which I can't actually find in all my stuff, so. But
what I pulled out.
Go Round's kind of a funny card anyway. It's not.
Yeah.
I've decided to just keep it out permanently for a Vanish anyway, because Vanish is just all around better. So.
Ooh, those are originals.
3 Ghostrick Alucards. Yep, they are very expensive, and I did have to go, and me and a couple other people went through a lot of grief to get these. I know they need to be ultra. They're ultimate, yes, but
nah.
I know.
Ulti's overrated.
I was able to find the supers. The ultimates were even more, and people were less. These are ultras. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was only able to find the ultras, really. This was like trading at Pando and stuff, so.
You just have a reprint as this. How stupid.
Yeah, they already have a reprint, and this pack came out, like, what, 6 months ago?
Yeah, the Megatins redid everything that's been from the past, like, year.
No, this was in the battle packs, not the Megatins.
Oh, really?
So it has 2 reprints.
Good.
It has a comment. Wow.
It has 2 reprints in less than 6 months after coming out.
And our Draco took us a year and a half.
Yep. Now, Alucard's a pretty popular card. That is why it's so expensive, so a lot of you probably know what's going on with
generic,
it. So,
very generic.
Yeah, it's a generic rank 3. You detach 1 to target and pop 1 face-down spell or trap, and then for the what's the word? The synergy with my deck is it says you can't also target other Ghostrick monsters or face-down monsters for an attack.
Okay.
So he's kind of a field card if you don't draw the field card.
Yeah.
Then we have 3 Ghostrick Dullahan. His effect is pretty straightforward. He's kind of like Alucard in that you have to attack him. He has other monsters' attacks as a once per turn action for the cost of 1 Xyz material. And oh, I forgot to mention, both he and Alucard send a Ghostrick from my graveyard to my hand when they're destroyed. So, 2 level 1s to make all the free defense and pluses in the world.
Woo 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 woo!
Yep. Next, 1 Socuteboss for the last of my Ghostrick lineup of my extra deck.
Succubus.
It is.
I know it's Succubus. I'm pronouncing it as it's printed in the English version of the card for simplicity's sake.
Still call it Succubus.
I know. She's a rank 2, and she also has the you have to attack this card effect on her. She targets 1 face-up monster on the field with attack less than or equal to the combined attack of all Ghostrick monsters on the field. You destroy it, And if you do, that monster card zone cannot be used as long as you control a Ghostrick monster. So she's kind of a combo between pretty much any target one destroy it card on the that you want to think of, and Ojama King or Joker or whatever.
Oh yeah.
She has that Ojama effect that you can't use the monster card zone, so.
That's King and Knight, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was King. Okay. Then Downerd Magician, because she's a 2100 beater that gains for each material you use, she can be overlaid over any lower rank Xyz monster that you want.
Isn't a spellcaster has to?
No, any lower Xyz monster.
Okay.
It's 2 level 4 spellcaster type monsters as a stock overlay, but most people just drop it over any lower ranked Xyz monster. And because this deck runs, I don't think this deck actually runs anything over a rank 3 Xyz monster, so yeah, plenty of opportunity to go into Downerd when you've exhausted your material on everything else.
Yes.
And then when you detach that, if it's a Ghostrick Xyz monster, you can get your add to hand from that. So okay, and these are my personal favorites of this entire extra deck, because absolutely no one I've played has seen this coming the first time. You get all of your, keep in mind, all of your hand traps for Ghostricks are level 1, so it's really easy to build up 4 of those on the field, especially with the field card. You flip them all up and you overlay into these 2. Congratulations, you can't attack me, and if you do, you're taking battle damage instead of me. Those guys. Cain and Abel right there, for those of you who are familiar with the OCG names. Alright, next up we have Leviathan Dragon, generic rank 3, 2000 beater, drop a material to give it 500. When it's out of material, it can't attack directly. Pretty basic card there, everyone kind of knows what Leviathan is. Acid Golem, same deal, beater, when it runs out of material, turn it into Downerd.
Ew.
Yeah, those 2 are just kind of there.
That's him. That's a bad card.
Yeah. Next up, Shadow Lich. He's another generic rank 3. He summons a token and as a quick effect, and when you control the token, it can't target it for attacks. He's always kind of fun to get out when you have 13 and 31 out as well, because then he's just being an overall dick to everyone, saying, you can't attack me. It's the best. Then you have Slacker Magician, half because you can turn it into Downerd, half because it's just sustain, just like the entire deck is just sustain. Sit on the field and do nothing. Yeah. Well, sit on the field until you draw Swords of Concealing Light and then attack the game, but yeah. And then last up we have Zenmaines, pretty much there for the same reason Slacker Magician's there. Just sit on the field and say you're not doing anything. And that's the deck. It's really pretty simple. You just sit there and say no.
No.
Yes.
No.
I know what you're doing, Kyle.
No. No, you don't. Woohoo. Alright, thanks Mike for showing us your Ghostricks. Yeah, cool. Alright guys, this is Jimmy, Mike, and Ryan. Kyle.
Yeah.
Find out later guys. I swear.